So, hello and namaste to all of you. This is Jevin Shalu Singh from Department of Physiotherapy and Diagnosis from Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. In previous sections, I was discussing with you all about energy, metabolism, and nutrition. So, I've told you about the calorific value, your SDA respiratory quotient, and about BMR. So, further, I was on to the carbohydrates as your dietary fibers. Now, I told you, discussed with you about sucrose, and for now, I'll be discussing with you about the fibers. So, what fibers are basically? Fibers are the indigestible carbohydrates in the diet. In order to maintain the they are necessary for you to maintain the normal mobility of your digestive system. So, fibers, they basically are associated with your digestive health and bowel function. But eating food high in dietary food can do so much to keep you regular, and it can lower your heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and improve your skin and help you lose weight. So people who are into losing weight, and so they prefer more of a diet rich in fibers, like the diets such as salads and all. So they prefer diets which are more rich in fiber. So also I've told you the benefits, health benefits of fibers. So as it is beneficial in case of your digestive health, your diabetes, your cancer, skin health, and health. It's most importantly beneficial for your heart diseases, as it lowers your LDL levels, which is your bad cholesterol. So fibers are present in a different food items, so such as your whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and the functions are different in different type of food contents. So fibers in your whole grain are so refined or processed food are lower in fiber contents. So you try to make whole grain as integral part of your diet, and there are many simple ways to add whole grains to your meals. So once you start your day with fiber, you look for the whole grain cereals to boost your fiber intake at breakfast, and simply switching to your breakfast cereal from corn flakes to bran flakes, they can add an extra 6 grams of fibers to your diet. So switching to all brands or fibers, one will boost it even more. So if those cereals are not your liking, you can try adding a few tablespoons of unprocessed wheat brands to your favorite cereal. Once you replace white rice, bread, and pasta with brown rice and whole grain products, so the experiment with white rice, barley, whole wheat pasta, and bulgur, these alternatives, they are higher in fiber than their more mainstream counterparts, and you may find you love their taste. So choose whole grain breads and for a toast and sandwiches. Um, Now bulk up your baking. You can bulk up your baking. So when baking at home, you can substitute whole grain flour for half or all of the white flour. So since whole grain flour is heavier than white flour, in yeast breads, you can use bit more of yeast. So at least dough will rise high longer and higher. So you can try adding crushed bran cereals or unprocessed wheat brands or muffins or cakes and cookies. So when you add psyllium husk to gluten-free baked goods such as breads, pizza, dough, and pasta, so you can add flax seeds. So flax seeds are small brown seeds that are high in fibers and omega-3 rich fatty acids. So it can lower your total blood cholesterol, and you can grind the seeds in a coffee grinder or food processor and add it to your yogurt and your sauce and breakfast cereals. So fibers, secondly, you can obtain fibers from most of it, importantly, from the fruits and vegetables. So most fruits and vegetables are high in fiber, and any good reason to include more in your diet. So You can add fruit to your breakfast, and berries are high in fiber, so you can try adding fresh blueberries, your raspberries, and strawberries or blackberries to your morning cereal or yogurt, and you can replace dessert with fruit. So eat a piece of fruit such as banana instead of apple or pear, and you can end with a meal instead of dessert. So you can uh, always top it with a cream. So of frozen yogurt or for a delicious treat. So whole grain fruits instead of drinking fruit juice. So you'll get more fiber and consume fewer calories. And when you can have a glass of orange juice, for example, and contain almost no fiber and almost 110 calories, while one medium fresh orange contains 3 grams of fibers and only 60 calories. So if you eat the peel, so peeling can basically reduce the amount of fibers in fruits and vegetables. So eat the peel of fruits such as apples and pears, and you can incorporate veggies into your cooking. So when you add pre-cut fresh or frozen vegetables to soups and sauces, for example, mix chopped frozen broccoli into prepared spaghetti sauce, or toss freshly baby carrots into stews. So when you bulk up soups and salad, so you can liven up dull salad by adding nuts and seeds and kidney beans and peas or black beans. So artichokes are also very high in fibers, and they can add to salads or eaten as a snack. So beans, peas, and lentils and rice, they can make tasty high fiber additions to soups and stews. So next, there can be legumes. So you can add kidney beans and peas or lentils to soups, or black beans to a green salad, and you can make your snack count too. So if you have fresh and dried fruits, your raw vegetables, and whole grain crackers, they are all good ways to add fibers at a snack time. And a handful of nuts, they can always make you a healthy and high fiber snack. So you can always make switch to high fiber diet. So if you're new to eating high fiber food, it's best to start gradually by adding fibers to your diet and increasing your water intake. So fiber absorbs water, so that more fiber you add to your diet, the more your fluids you should drink. So certainly adding a large amount of fiber to your diet, they can cause sometimes some side effects such as abdominal cramps, intestinal gas, bloating, and diarrhea. And these should go away once your digestive system becomes used to the increase. So, further, fibers which are present in fast foods. So, fast foods, they are often cheap and inconvenient, but finding a healthy meal with enough fiber, they can be challenging. So many fast food meals are packed with calories like sodium, unhealthy fat, and with little or no dietary fibers. So even a seemingly healthy salad from a fast food restaurant, it is often light on fibers, and simple lettuce green will provide only zero point 0.5 grams of fibers per cup. And when you look for salad, uh, it will include other vegetables, and whenever possible, so for the fiber content, you're adding your own nuts, beans, and corns. So what other tips can be for getting more fibers from meals at fast food restaurants? So you choose sandwiches, burgers, or subs that come on a whole wheat bun and whole grain breads. So you can try veggie burger, and which may taste better than the one used to, and which contains 2 to 3 times more of fiber than your meat burger. And you can select a side of beans for a healthy fiber boost, and you can choose nuts or salad over fries or potato chips. So by combining a baked potato and a side of chili available at some burger chains, can make a tasty high fiber meals. So some people, they are given fiber supplement. So in order to lose weight, people who are more not much into taking fruits and vegetables and grains and nuts. So they take fiber supplements. So while the best way to get fiber in your diet is from your daily naturally rich in products like fibers like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, and nuts. So when that proves difficult, taking a fiber supplement can help you make the shortfall. So supplements can also be helpful on top of your daily intake while you transition to a high fiber diet. And fiber supplements come in a variety of forms, including powders you dissolve in water or add to food, chewable tablets, and wafers. And however, there are some drawbacks to getting your fiber from supplements instead of fiber-rich food. So fiber supplements won't provide same vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients offered by high fiber food. So supplements won't fill you up or help you manage your diet. And fiber supplements can interact with some medications, including certain antidepressants, cholesterol lowering medications, and anticoagulants, drug warfarin. So you can always check with a pharmacist about the potential drug interaction before taking supplementation. So if you have diabetes, fiber supplements may also reduce your blood sugar levels. So again, if you move to your healthcare provider before adding supplements to your diet, and if you take high fiber diet, you can start with small amount and gradually build up to avoid any abdominal bloating and any gas, or you can have plenty of water. So this was all about the fibers in your nutrition. So in previous sections, I told you about the carbohydrates, and this is what is about fiber. So you can read it in details, and if I have any doubts regarding that, you can contact me. And until then, take care.